So we know the drill. It's taking your time. As you come to lie down, whatever position is comfortable for you. Doesn't matter where the hands are. Just having those shoulders nice and loose. It's being sure that the chin is tucked in, just so the back of the neck is long. If you have the legs out straight, letting the feet roll out. And when you're here, just settling in. Just feeling supported by the mats. Nice, long, deep breaths. And long, relaxing exhales. Just following the rhythm of each breath. You hear the sounds and the movements going on within. Focusing only on this. Just allowing the mind to ease. Just any thoughts drifting away. Settling into your practice. Just over time, as that breath lengthens, and if you wish, can we breathe as we count? So on an inhale, breathing into the count of 2. That subtle pause between each breath. And exhaling again to the count of 2. Now, if you wish, we can change the count. You can continue to inhale to 2. As you exhale for 4. Or maybe you would rather the count of 3 for each breath. Just slowing and lengthening this breath and settling into the mat. On your next inhale, let's all inhale to the count of 3. As we hold just for a second, and through parted lips, just sigh it away. Repeat twice more to any count. When you've had those 3, letting the counting go, as that breath just returns to its normal state, observing any difference within the body. And then we'll begin to move into the neck. So in your time, just allowing the head to roll to any side as it rolls across to the other. Going as slow or as fast as you wish. Just easing around the neck. And then in time, let's come back to center and stillness. And if they're not already, let's just bring the arms down by the sides, palms facing down. So we inhale, reaching these arms up overhead. Gentle stretch out. So we exhale, back down. Repeating this breath by breath. When you next inhale over, you can flex the toes away if you wish. So we exhale back down, flicking those toes back up. Now, when you next inhale over, just leaving the arms on the floor behind you. If you wish, you maybe interlock the fingers or just take a hold of the thumbs. If you have the legs bent up, it may be better to send them out flat on the mat, but it's all optional. We'll just twist to the side. So as we exhale, can we reach the arms over to one side and the feet? Inhaling to center. Exhale, other side. Every inhale to center. Exhaling over. As if you're a moon. Or the alternative, the shape of a banana. Now, one more to each side. And when we come back to center, just exhale, arm back down by the side. As we inhale, just hugging these knees in towards the chest. Checking that chin is still tucked in. Taking a rock, if you like, from side to side. Just massaging around the lower back. As the knees roll one way, the head maybe rolls the other. And then from here, coming back to center and stillness. Keeping these knees where they are. Can we inhale the arms out to shoulder height? Or if you've not got the room, elbows out, palms up. And then with these knees, inhale. Can we bring the knees directly above the hips? This will activate the core. As we exhale, can we send those knees onto the floor in any side? Into a twist. Perhaps looking over the other shoulder. If you need to adjust the position of the knee if it's not comfortable, please do. So we hold here, just giving into the twist, observing the breath in this side of the lung. As we move to the other side, inhaling to center, just checking the position of those knees again, and exhaling over, other side, maybe looking over the shoulder. So we just hold here. Inhale, back to center. Now we can take a hug around the back of the thighs. Before we move, let's just squeeze those knees into the chest a second. With the shoulders dropped, that lower back pressing on the mat. And then you can either rock yourself up to sit or coming any other way. Taking that time to rock if you are. And eventually, up to your comfortable seated position, using any blocks or props that you need. As we inhale, finding that spine long in length. Rooting down through those sit bones, that chin tucked in. With each inhale, almost breathing taller out of these hips. And we'll just work our way around the neck. As we exhale, looking up. Every inhale to center. Exhale as we look down, lengthening the back of the neck. Inhaling to center. And then ears to shoulders. As we stretch the sides. And one more round to your breath. It's combining that breath with movements. And then when we're back, finding that length in that spine again. And easing out any way that you wish, whether it's rolling the neck or the shoulders, whatever you need, but just keeping it even. And then in time, inhaling back to center, everything lengthened. As we move it into the sides. Yeah, let's change up a bit. So both arms, inhale, reaching up. Palms together. Exhaling down, heart center. As we interlock these fingers, pushing those palms away. In your time, inhaling them up again. Now, reach them up. That's it. Yeah, exhale. Gentle bend. Inhale to center. Other side. Twice more. Now, if the legs are crossed, this can challenge the balance a little as well. Now, you've done your 3. Inhale, center, reaching again. Then, normal side bend. Exhale, one palm down. Then the other. How much freer is this now? Can you inhale, reaching the top arm? If you're on a slidey floor, the elbow might come onto the mat. Do the other side, working the core. Inhale up. Exhaling over. Reaching that top arm, feeling the stretch down this side. Oh God, perhaps lowering if you go. Inhale, challenging the core, reaching up. Everything back down. Those shoulders dropping. Bringing the palms anywhere on the thighs, just ready to roll the shoulders. Inhale, squeezing up. Exhale, forward and down. Twice more this way. And you've done those 3. Other way. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. When you've done those, maybe just a loose shake off. Bring the neck in as well if you want. And then through to all fours. Any way you like. Finding that all four position. Knees under hips. Whether you're on the palms or it's fists under the shoulders. It's finding that length first. And then moving into cat, as we always do. Inhale, curling, looking up. Exhale. Curling as we look down or through the legs. Now, working with the breath. As the movement fills the inhale and the exhale. And the breath filling the movement. Lovely. And then, coming back to that all four position again. And let's just challenge that spine a little bit more. So if you want, bring the elbows where the palms were. And we're just going to do cat again. Now, it's a very restricted movement. So as we inhale, you're probably not getting much of a curl looking up. Exhale, looking down. You get a much bigger curl though. Breath by breath. Only when you've worked evenly, you can sink yourself back into child. Those hips go towards the heels. Those arms may be reaching out, maybe by the sides. That chest and head sinking to the mat. Just allowing everything to loosen. And the attention only in the breath. With each exhale, just feeling that lower spine just giving in, lengthening a bit more. And then, in time, let's just inhale, back up, through to all fours. Just getting ready to work into a twist. So first, let's just awaken these palms. Doesn't matter about the breath. Let's first step them in, step by step. We step them pointing out to the sides, and then working our way back in. And back out. And in. going back out. And again, this is optional. Maybe not for you. Perhaps pointing the fingers in. Now, I'm not going to do it because I don't like it. Don't hold it for long. And then stepping back with the fingers pointing in front. Finding that length, ready to twist. So it's point one of the fingers in, sorry, one of the palms in even. Bringing it to the edge of the mat. With the other arm. Inhaling that one out. As we get ready to exhale, scooping it under, bringing the shoulder onto the mat maybe. The head might come on too. Now, with the palm you have on the edge of the mat, only if you want, maybe it reaches up. Doesn't have to. As we exhale, planting that palm in the air, back onto the mat. Inhaling ourselves through again to all fours. Finding that length again. And other side. Pointing those fingers in. Inhaling the other arm out. Exhale, scooping it under. Shoulder, maybe head onto the mat. Optional, inhale that arm up again. Opening the side of the chest. Exhale, palm back down. Inhaling through to all fours again. And just sinking that back into your child. Whatever way is comfortable for you. Everything just slowly lowering to the mat. And then, can we get ready to come to dog? So inhaling via all fours. Tucking the toes under. Next inhale. Let's power through the legs, lifting those hips up. As we sink that chest and head through. Just giving the head a little wiggle so it's nice and loose. If you want to walk from foot to foot, please do. Just taking a stretch in the back of those legs. And then in time, just inhale it through to a forward fold. Just letting everything hang. A slight bend in those knees just so the lower back is loose. And then, on an inhale, can we come to a flat back position? So inhale as the spine lengthens. Now the hands can be on the hips the first time or on the thighs. Breathing in tall in the chest. As we exhale, can we just sigh back into our fold? Once more. Inhale as everything lengthens. Sinking down. Now, again, optional. We can inhale back to our halfway. Maybe reaching the arms forward instead. Don't have to. Exhale and sink. One more. Can we inhale, maybe reaching the arms? Holding here though. So with each inhale, filling the chest, feeling the spine become longer. The exhale, releasing. I think that's enough. So exhale down. It's for a breath or two. And then in your time, inhale, slowly uncurling. Up to your stand. That's it. Feet planted. Spine is low. Chin tucked in. Just let everything settle. There we go. Shoulders dropping. And our usual move. Just inhale, reaching up. Those palms together. As we exhale back to heart center. Once more. Move as slow as your breath. And just keep the palms at heart center. Finding this length. And I think we maybe need to ease these wrists off. So we can interlock the fingers. Just bringing them up level with the eyes. As we begin to rotate. But only one hand is doing the work. The other one is just following. It's going both ways. So we slow that down. Back to stillness. Send these fingers along one so they're interlocked the wrong way. And rotating again, but the other hand doing the work. Slow or as fast as you need it to be. So we slow that down. Separate the palms and just flick our way back down. Shaking those wrists off. That's it. And then move into the thighs. So we're going to come into our warrior two. Inhaling tall. Taking a big step forward or back. Back toes pointed in, front toes forward. Hips to the side or just slightly off. The hands on the hips to keep them level. Let's breathe in, lengthening the spine. Exhale, bending that front knee. Taking that peak, that knee and ankle nice and aligned. To breathe in tall in this chest. Lifting these arms up if you wish. Feeling them extend. Maybe looking over the front fingers. Using our breath. Strong, still warriors. With each exhale, maybe those hips lower a little more. With each inhale, almost as if the spine is being guided up a little higher. Only if you want a challenge, you can lift the front heel up. Now, that's not for everybody. But I think that's enough. Exhale, front elbow onto the thigh. So that back arm wraps around maybe just resting on the lower spine. Just opening up this top lung. Now if you wish, inhaling that back arm up, let's open you up a little bit more. Maybe the elbow and the front thigh lengthens too. If you want, inhale as that front leg lengthens. Yes, use a block if you want. Now if you've lengthened the leg and you feel balanced, maybe you look up. Then, inhale, big swing up. I can lower these arms. Now we're not going to step the feet in. Just point those toes out. So find the length and just take a forward bend. With the hands on the hips. Just exhaling. So halfway to start with. Perhaps a bend in the knees. Finding the length. The next exhale, let's just fold down. It doesn't matter where the arms land. Whether they're in front, holding the ankles, or the elbows, just whatever is comfortable for you. As we inhale, peeling ourselves back up. And then can we zigzag ourselves back in, or a big step. Do what you need, whether it's a quick shake. And then, in time, other side. Inhale tall. We take that big step. Back toes in, front ones forward. Hips to the side. The hands on the hips, finding this chest tall. Exhale. Front leg bends, taking that peak, that knee and ankle in alignment. If you're ready, inhaling these arms up. They almost reach a little longer. Perhaps looking over the front fingers. Each exhale, as those hips lower a little maybe. All the while we inhale, that spine becomes longer. If you did it on the last side, maybe you inhale as that front heel lifts. And then in time, as exhale, front elbow and the thigh. So that back arm wraps around, opening at this side up. Option, that back arm can reach up. Maybe the front arm lengthens too, doesn't have to. Maybe you inhale, lengthening the front leg. If you're balanced, taking that look up. Big inhale, working the core as we lift up. Let those arms fall. Point those toes out. Finding that length. Exhale, tipping to halfway. As you find the length on the inhale at the halfway point. Exhale. Releasing down. And the arms can be anywhere. And then in time, can we inhale, slowly lifting up. Zigzag or big step. Giving everything a shake off. And if you want a little tip to get a little bit wider, there's been some fairy liquid in this area recently, which has made the mat very slippy, so the legs just got wider. No, that's not what we're doing. Standing in our lengthened position, settling back down, ready to balance. So if you want, just inhale, lifting the toes. And that'll lift the chest as well. Exhaling those toes down. Maybe lifting onto the heel, balls of the feet. Inhale, heels down, toes up. Exhale, toes down, heels up. It's breath by breath. When you next lower down, staying here, toes nice and firmly planted. And if you want, you can have a wall close by. Or if not, get ready as we inhale, lifting one heel. That chest lifts as well. Inhale this knee up in front. Give that ankle a quick rotate if it wants it. Now, to help with balance, maybe just a slight bend in the standing leg. We exhale that knee out to the side. We have the other arms in balance. That chest lifted. And then tucking the foot in, wherever it goes. When you've found your balance, inhale, reaching up. So you exhale those palms back to heart center, allowing those shoulders to drop. As we hold here, breathing in longer out of the standing leg, all the way up to the crown of the head. As we exhale, rooting it all the way back down. And then, in your time, exhale everything back down. You can have that quick walk, shake off. So you plant these feet again for the other side. Inhaling the other heel up. Chest lifted. And then that knee up as well. Rotating the ankle if you did it on the other side. Exhale. Knee to the side. And in time, tucking the foot in. Finding the stillness and balance. As we inhale, arms up. And then down on the exhale to heart center as we hold here. Rooting down through this standing foot now, Every inhale that little bit longer. And then exhaling down. Now rotate, shake, whatever you need. As we get ready to come down to all fours in our forward fold. As we exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the shoulders, bending the knees, lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. Just feeling that release as you hit the lower spine. Just hanging in stillness when you're down. And then in time, let's plant the palms, stepping the feet back to downward dog. Now we're going to hold dog for quite a few breaths. If you want to lower down to all fours, please do. But in our held dog position, rather than walking from foot to foot, can we inhale, lifting the heels almost onto the toes? Exhale, sending those heels down. Breath by breath. Just doing one more maybe. Just enjoying the stillness of dog for a breath. And then exhaling down. All fours. As we untuck the toes, sinking the hips back into our child position. That chest and head lowering to the mat. As we tune into the breath here. It's finding the calm and stillness within. Observing the quality of our breath. And then time. So inhale, back through to all fours. The palms planted just very briefly as we work into cat. Inhale, curling up. Exhale, curling down. Observing the difference in this move now. And then, when we've worked evenly, can we come through to lie down? Any way, perhaps crossing the ankles. We roll over them, scooting to the front of the mat. Those knees nice and loosely bent. Inhale, spine lengthened, arms up. As we exhale, peeling our way down. Slowly, slowly. Lovely, and when you're down, palms by the side. Just bringing the heels fairly close into the hips. Just checking that the chin is tucked in. And we'll begin with pelvic tilting. So as we inhale, with a gentle press through the feet, so the hips lift up just a fraction. The exhale, peeling down, breath by breath. Now, if you want to take this to full bridge, you can. Just being sure those heels are close to the hips. Palms face down as we inhale, peeling these hips up. Now we're not holding, just exhale as they peel back down. Twice more this way. As we inhale and lift. Exhale, just massaging it as you lower it down. Now, if you want to inhale and hold, you can. So inhale, hold, lifting the hips up. Perhaps holding for 6 breaths. Maybe the count is less. Every inhale, do those hips peel up a little more. And then, you've had those 6. Slowly exhale, peeling the hips down again. So we take a hold of each knee individually, just drawing it out and up to the sides of our chest. Just counter stretching where we've worked. Maybe having a gentle rock or just staying still. And then, in time, exhale, just sending those legs down, feet to the mat. It can be nice and loose, the feet may be nice and wide. Bringing these arms out to shoulder height. Ready to just rotate around. So exhale, allowing the knees to fall to any side. Maybe looking over the opposite shoulder. We're not holding though. Inhaling to center. Exhaling other side. It's working with the breath and the movements. Rotating around. Now each time you move, just allow the top knee to lift first, and then the other knee will just eventually follow. Now, when you next exhale across to any side, just leaving the knees here as we hold. Looking over that opposite shoulder if you like. Each breath, just easing into the twist. And in time, let's move across to the other side. Easing around and holding here. We inhale slowly back to center. Just hugging these knees into the chest, any way you like. rocking or still. And then maybe briefly, the inhale is lifting the head up towards the knees, shoulders drop. You can hold for a breath or two if you like. Or at any point, just exhale down. When you exhale down, not rocking, but just squeeze these knees in just a tad more. You can exhale as you release. Then maybe once or twice more. Inhale, squeezing in a little. Exhale and release. And when you've had those three, you could just inhale, arms and legs up into the air. As much as a bend so everything can just hang. You can have a nice rotate around those wrists and ankles if you like. And then just give everything a nice loose shake off. As we inhale, arms up through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet, maybe the ankles. The knees just gently guide out and up. You can rock here if you like. Just enjoy that stillness. And then, in time, you can come down to find your relaxation position. Whatever that may be. Settling back into the mat. Just feeling supported by it. And in time, just tuning back into the breath. Observing its rhythm. And the subtle movements just going on within. Just being sure the chin is tucked in. With each breath, just easing, relaxing a little bit deeper. That tension draws inwards. It's becoming more and more grounded. It's feeling the weight of the body sinking into the floor. And you become rooted, planted here, and effortless, supported by the floor. Just letting go of every sense of holding, every bit of tension. Now, just moving your awareness around and through the body. Just being sensitive to any tension. Are there any muscles contracted? And just practice letting them go. Deliberately relaxing. Consciously relaxing. The body heavy at ease and warm. As you're still, and in the midst of the stillness, just be aware of the subtle movement of life going on within you with each breath. Observing the breath, the body breathing by itself. You are the observer. It's feeling the air flowing in freely and releasing freely. To become more and more relaxed, more and more in tune with our inner self. Just enjoying the calm, peace, and stillness within. In time, just drawing your attention back to the present. It's becoming more and more aware of each of the senses. You can begin to have a wiggle. The toes and fingers. We make small movements. If you wish, inhaling those arms up overhead, just having a gentle stretch out. And in time, you can exhale them back down, taking a hug of the knees if you like. And then gently rolling over to any side. A brief moment of pause. We open the eyes here. And then lifting ourselves up to our comfortable seated position. Finding that spine long and light again. The shoulders dropping. As we inhale, reaching these arms up, palms together, exhaling everything back to heart center. As we bow our heads, giving thanks. Namaste.